Good night, good night, good night. We
Yeah.
are back, just like the Premier League is back. Tonight I have with you, we have Sukwa, we have Cello here. Moy was here, but as you guys, he's away from the camera. He's the one jumping just now. Of course, I'm here. You can hear me, Sukwa?
Yeah, I can hear you clear.
All right, Cello, come back again. But yeah, we're here. Maury's going to drop in. Cello can't hear me, so he's going to come back as well. But Sukwa, let's just start the ball rolling because after the World Cup, we were all buzzing to get Premier League football back, and it hasn't disappointed. I think yesterday,
Yeah.
I think yesterday, Arsenal was the only home team to have won, and Brentford drew. All the other home teams lost yesterday. And I
Right.
think every goal, every team scored, barring
Yeah.
Fulham. Every game had goals. It
Yeah.
was Leicester and Fulham didn't score,
Yeah.
but all the other game we had. Let me see, there's like 4, 7, 10,
Mhm.
13, 13 and
Yeah.
4 is 17. That's
Right.
21,
Yeah.
25 goals yesterday.
Yeah.
25 goals over what? 7 matches?
Yeah.
That's
That's yeah. But
um,
usually Boxing Day you get games where you
yeah.
usually traditionally you get goals. You know.
So the festive fixtures are here.
Yeah.
We're going to jump through them. But before we start that, though, I want us to start at just some transfer news we've been hearing buzzing around.
Mm-hmm.
Because Liverpool has started the transfer business off with a bang. We didn't
Yeah.
expect it. Right in the, I think it's in the middle of in the middle of the Arsenal game. I'm getting a
Yes.
letter from
Yeah.
Fabrizio
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
Gakpo here. And it's not just that Gakpo is being linked. It's Gakpo, here we go.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Because
done. It's
what
finalized.
this is the thing, right? You've seen Man United caught in the guy for the entire transfer window, right? Or maybe after the season had started, and then you know, they were still lingering on actually sealing the deal or making the offer for him. And like you hearing everything but any kind of confirmation, and there you have Liverpool in 1 hour. 1 hour yesterday, you just hear all the news confirmed
Everything one time.
in 1 hour. Yo, it's a combination of different things, man. Because it's like when I saw that yesterday, I took a different view to the transfer window because I don't think it's only the clubs. It comes straight through the players as well. I think it's a balance between the club and the player. When I have look when I look at that kind of
A
deal
deal.
that was signed, that was
Mm.
confirmed yesterday, because
Look, he
it's
had
not
to
for
take
money.
some conversations must be they must have been having conversations for a little
Yeah.
while now.
Mm.
And then Liverpool just said, okay, this is what we're gonna
But,
do.
but
We're
then
gonna
you have to
park up the
remember
money.
Van Dijk tell the man, I think the last Dutch game, like after they hug and stuff after the game finished, then it must have been like an agent tell him, come sign on or whatever it is.
But I mean,
And
I do think there was a lot of that in the Super. A lot of
yeah,
players don't play, but I think that
mm,
they when they hook up with their best mates, so they have.
yeah, they will tell you exactly
I
what's
think they
happening.
do that. I think they do that a lot. I
True.
mean, the prices that we're hearing now for some of these players.
Mm,
When Stella comes back, we'll ask you specifically about Mudrick.
yeah,
But then we hear Enzo Fernandez also being linked with Liverpool for
120.
120.
Yeah,
I mean, these prices, of course, we know
or
we're coming out of a World Cup, but I
yeah,
think we need to have a balance.
right.
And this is why when the NBA, puts a cap
Yes, you
on
put a
how much
cup.
you
Yeah,
can spend, I mean,
right.
it makes sense
Mm,
because you won't have these outrageous figures. Sometimes
exactly.
you take, I know your players are valuable.
Mm,
You're the ones who you taking care of them, all of
yeah,
that. You pay them. They
mm,
belong to you basically.
yeah,
But then to price them out of a move is one thing. On
right.
the other hand, just show that okay, you know what, I
Mm,
value him this highly.
yeah,
But then also you're like, I know nobody's gonna pay this, so let me put this price.
right. Yeah, the thing is, right, you hear in reports, right, that the players, like for example, this defender that Chelsea have been tracking, right? You hear that they're saying they want 35 million euros or pounds, whatever it is, for him. And then all of a sudden, you have another tweet coming out, and then you're saying that the club is asking for 60 instead. You know, so it's like, you know, they're just playing around with the figures right now, you know, because I mean, like Shallow, right? What I was saying, Mudryk was like about what, 60? How much? 50 something million?
55.
Yeah, 55. And then all of a sudden now you're seeing 100 million euros, right? So, you know, it's
But
just
so
like,
what? The thing is, like, why you putting the high price on the man, trying to stop the man from making a dream move? That's
yeah,
gonna make the man even want to play for you, because the man
right.
realize you're trying to stop you from making a dream move.
Yeah,
So
there's a very thin line, you know, with those things.
what
Yeah.
the club doing there, it
Mm.
doesn't really make no sense, because
Mm.
the man can just simply be like, okay, since you wanna put a high price tag on me, let me
Yeah.
just stay here for the next couple of
Yeah.
years until my contract is about to finish, where I go for a lesser price than, and you just lose. Or I go for
Yeah.
free and you lose.
Mm.
You understand?
There's
So
an option that he buys out the contract too.
yeah, I
You know,
understand that, but
all
the man
that. So I
the
so,
wife
so
that
you,
100
okay.
euro,
I said we didn't hear the
100
last
million
couple of things you
euro
said.
price tag
You're
on him.
breaking up
It looked like he
yourself.
freeze a
Doesn't
bit.
make no sense.
Mm.
I said, why put 100 million price tag on a player where we know doesn't worth 100 million? Just to try to keep him at the club. Doesn't make no sense, because you know, if you put 100 million euro on certain type of players, you know, certain teams not gonna everybody want to negotiate. So you do that to try kill the negotiation. Doesn't make no sense to me.
And there are
That
couple of ways to look at it, Cello,
that can
because
interrupt the player during the rest of the season, because you put a price tag on him and stop him from making a dream move.
there are a couple of things to look at when a club does that. Of course, whenever you know when you negotiate, you want to start high, and somehow you know they're gonna bid you down. I feel like that's what they're doing.
Mm.
But if they are really going to be hard on Marcelo, I fully agree with you, because I don't see this, especially Suko, when the man he has come out months ago,
Mm.
had an interview with Zinchenko's wife,
Right.
saying I want to move. And
Yeah.
he also said clearly, word
Mm.
for word, if I don't get to move in January, I'll be upset. He didn't
Yeah.
mix his words. He didn't beat around the bush. He said what he said. Jalil is asking, is Modric that much better than Gakpo? Because I
They're
thought
two different players,
That's
though.
the next thing. That's the
Gakpo
next thing.
was similar in playing style to Jesus, and he's much cheaper option than Modric. That Modric price is really silly. The first bid I thought was more than enough. It's more than enough, Jaleel. It's
True.
more than
But the
enough.
thing
True.
But
is,
then we also, hold on there, guys. We also have to look at what Shakhtar is losing. I
Mm.
don't think they probably have another player in the current setup that can fill his void. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, there is, and I'm speaking from an Arsenal perspective. I want this deal wrapped up.
Mm.
But when you're just thinking about Shakhtar, they're probably thinking, our boy, if he's worth, if we can get him sold for 30, why not? Why not try to double it at least? Why not try to see how much we can get before we just let our best player right now go?
okay, you said you want 100 million. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
First bid Arsenal put in was 35 million euros. And then Arsenal came back with a second bid, 57. And you reject that. So what more do you really want? You can't get no 80 million euros for Modric, so leave about the trial. They can't get no 70 million for Modric, so them leave about the trial.
The president, if I'm not misquoting him, I think he cited that Anthony Cars went for much more than that, and he thinks that he and Grealish himself are of the same ilk. So he
Well,
doesn't
he
feel
can't,
like he should
but
be
he's
getting
not.
less. He
He's
should be
not.
getting less with this player.
He's a player that just come on the scene last season. So we're making 100 million euro, man.
That's
Yeah,
what he.
I think that's just clubs just slapping the
Yeah,
price tag.
but ultimately, I think that they will. He will. I think the pressure they will. Shakhtar will get pressure from Madrid and
Mm.
also pressure from Arsenal, and I think that will drive the price down.
Yeah,
It's either that or they just wait it out.
yeah. And I mean, it's still very early because I mean the window isn't open until next week, so you know that's when a lot more. I mean, that's why you trust in all your backroom staff to start getting on the ball, because you just have 30 days really to start closing off
Yep.
some deals and stuff, you know?
All right, well, that's transfer business.
Yeah.
Let's jump straight into it. Let's just review some of these games. Let's start with, I mean, I think, Suka, you said that there was a draw for this Tottenham one. I think I said Tottenham would win, but then when you said a
Yeah.
draw, I felt like, you know what, yeah, you were on to something.
Yeah, I think I'd call. I did see a draw, but I think it was 1-1. I'd call in terms of the scoreline. But
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, Spurs had to do it again, try and come back again. I
Is
think
that
they've
a
done
worry?
that the last
Is that
couple
a
of games.
worry for Spurs? That they keep having
It
to
is, you
come
know,
back?
because the problem I think they're having right now is that, I mean, like they're not in control of the game very early, right? So you slip up 2-0 down, you know, you have to do a lot now for you to come back into the game. So I think that
Right.
has been a lot of the problems. I think they've been having very similar situations like that for a couple of the games where they have to keep coming back. I mean, it's credit to them that they came back and they got a point, but I'm sure deep down Antonio Conte is they don't you can't keep or maintain that kind of a run, especially if you drop in 2 points like that almost
Yeah.
every game. But it's always like a comeback thing, but it's not a comeback win. You know,
Because
it's
they
like a
are
draw.
playing with fire, Super. You said they're playing with fire because this could,
Mm.
all these results could
Mm.
have gone negatively. I mean, could have gone in a negative direction. And
Yeah.
what just like you rightfully said, that's 2 points dropped.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
you
2 points
came
from big
back,
time.
but it's
Yeah.
2 points dropped.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
so you can't really celebrate that if you're a Spurs fan, you can't really celebrate that much because you keep seeing that your team is always like, I mean, you're already in a losing position before halftime, or by 60 minutes
right.
you're down 2-0, you know. Then
And
you have to bounce a comeback.
if you
The
look
comeback
at it
doesn't
now,
mean that you're actually gonna win the match, but you fight so hard, but just to get what 1 point, but then you really lose two
you really lose too.
in,
That's
in
that's
all
the,
of that,
that,
you know.
that's the better way to look at it.
Yeah.
Because right now they're in fourth position, but they have 30 points. They're
Right.
10 points off the lead, and
Mm.
they've played a game more than Arsenal.
Yeah.
Man United right behind them with
One
29
point.
points, and they
Yeah.
have played a game more than
Yeah.
United.
Yeah.
So let's just say Man United wins that game. They find
Yeah.
themselves in fifth. They
That's
find
it.
themselves in fifth.
Yeah.
Liverpool now also has played a game less than them, but they're
Right.
5 points behind. They could be 2 points off Liverpool.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's well, I'm
Yeah.
not need to fix up. They don't need to fix up. They can stay just like that. They stay just like that. But
Yeah. But
just a word for Brentford and Ivan Toney.
mm,
I mean, is Seller was calling Ivan Toney out the last game,
mm.
but how high is his ceiling though? Do you think that he can be the main striker for a top 16?
I think so. You know. I believe he can. He can be, but I guess is that his first or his second season in top flight football, right?
Right.
Yeah, I think it's second. So I guess you have to still give him some time.
Some time.
With a lower club still, as he builds up his stock and so on, you know. But I do believe that if he's given the time, yeah. But
You think
again,
so?
you have to look at this whole thing with the gambling situation and stuff.
Oh yeah. I think the time will come when he will get banned. I think it's just a matter of time
Yeah.
before that ban comes in. But
I,
let me look at Brentford. Where's Brentford now in the they're 10th.
hmm,
If they lose Ivan Toney for let's say 10 games, they
right.
have 20 points on the board.
Hmm.
They could be drawn
You see
into
something, Shaq, now you have to know how long are those bans usually?
right. I've never ever heard a player with match fixing with not match fixing betting, and
Hmm.
I've never heard that situation, so I really don't know. And to be
Yeah.
honest, there's not much conversation about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
know. I really don't know. Let's just go to some of these other games that we can just scan through really quickly before we touch on some of the other games. Brighton, they won. They won 3-1
Yeah.
away to Southampton. Southampton, they hired a manager there that's a championship manager. I don't know if that's gonna work.
Hmm.
But Brighton's still winning. Wolves though, Lopetegui, he's off to a winning start. Needed a last minute winner though.
Yeah.
But he's off to a winning start. I think they were saying when I heard reports from the game when I was reading, Everton dominated the game. That's what
Yes,
I
they
heard.
did.
Everton
They had
dominated
the
the
better chances, but again they didn't finish. You know, like you're
game. Real
talking
because
about Anthony Gordon miss.
Gordon, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Let me ask you, Sukwa.
Uh
Stella, did you see that chance from Gordon in the
No,
Everton versus?
I didn't see it, but I heard about it, but I didn't really see it.
Okay, so Sukwa, let me ask you: is that a good save or poor or a bad miss?
it's a bad finish though because I mean he has either side of the goalkeeper, right? I mean he can go high, he will still score. You know, he's just like I wouldn't say it's a scuff shot, but he just put his foot through, but he never looked for any direction to put the ball. He
That's
put the ball
that's
straight
a,
on the keeper.
that's a hell of a save, though. But I
Yeah,
feel like in
yes.
that position,
Yeah, because it's still a point blank save, you know.
right? I feel
Yeah.
like in that position, the goalkeeper is at the player's mercy.
Yeah, the goalkeeper at that point you just have to just make a move, like however whichever direction you go,
But I
and just
don't want to
that's
take
where he kicks.
I don't
Yeah.
want to take any credit from the goalkeeper because he
Mm.
whatever he thought about when he
At
gambled,
the
so
time, it was yes.
he could have saved and then on the ball parry right back to the man and the man tap it back in.
Yeah, that's
None of
it.
so credit
Yeah.
to Joseph Sarr.
This yeah.
Making that save.
Mm.
Fulham they won 3-0. What was going
As I
on with
said,
Crystal
as I
Palace
said,
though?
I
Yeah,
said
Crystal
this.
Palace lost two
I
players in
said
that game.
this. I said this. Fulham was going to win this game.
Yeah.
I know they couldn't bank Fulham, bro.
Well, it's two red cards in
Yeah.
that game. One from Mitchell and I think the other one from is
Yeah,
Tompkins.
Tompkins, I think, was the second yellow. Yeah, but it was a silly second yellow.
It's been a while since I've heard a game.
Yeah,
Where
with two red cards. Yeah.
9 men. Okay, let's
Yeah.
touch on what other game and we can just country really quickly.
Well,
The
Newcastle flying though.
That's I'm leaving that
Yeah.
for later. Liverpool versus
Yeah.
Liverpool versus Villa.
Yeah.
What can we talk about here? Nunes, all the missed chances.
Yeah.
We can talk about the fact that Robertson, I think he has the most assists for a defender ever in the Premier League. Salah's back on the score sheet. Villa's missed some chances though.
Villa missed a lot of chances in that game, but
So what we in Liverpool fortunate, or you think they did enough to win? Because I think
they did enough. But had you put in those missed chances from Ollie Watkins and Darwin Núñez, you gotta probably see a game that ended probably about 6-3 or so, like to Liverpool probably. You know, like there was so many chances, like balls over the top that defenders were closing down. Forwards had free run onto the free run for them to go onto the goal with goalkeeper alone to beat. You know,
I don't know. Darwin is a special case because
something wrong with Núñez, boy.
I don't because it's one thing you want your striker to be getting chances, and you're not worried when you'll be more worried if he's not getting
chances. Yeah, right.
But he is.
He's getting the chances.
And it's like he's not getting there.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's not even working the goalkeeper. Like there was one we just played over the top. All he did was control it and then pick aside.
He had so many options. He could control the ball, go around the goalkeeper, have tapping an empty net. He had Salah on his left. He squared it. That's an easy tapping, right? He could.
He
just went for the first shot one time.
Now when he's doing, I don't know what's going on. Do you think that Gakpo is a replacement for Darwin, or you think he'll be coming off the wide, more like a replacement for because Diaz is out?
Yeah, the thing is the way that Gakpo plays, it looks like more is like in the hole or probably plays wide. It's not really like a number 9.
Yeah.
So you still find Núñez still being that number 9, but you'll have
replacing Mane.
Yeah.
You see now, Gakpo now. With Gakpo now, remember Gakpo can play inside, he can play outside. Gakpo will come in like a player just like a man. He can be
like Mane.
Play just like a man, yeah. He can play outside, but he love drift come center. Drift come center. You understand? That could be a good signing. If he come in and hit the ground running, that could be a very, very good signing.
That's the thing, because a lot of people bring out Gakpo is this, and he starts to quote his numbers. But yes, his numbers are in the
Eredivisie.
So I take that with a pinch of salt. I want to be blown away because Anthony was doing well, but you don't seem to give Anthony. Yes, he did score against Arsenal, but by and large, though, his other games have been
Yeah, I think
underwhelming.
he's gone on like 5 games. He hasn't done anything since for United.
The other game. Okay, let me now go to today. Okay, so let's touch on Newcastle now. Let's touch on Newcastle versus Leicester. I have in the title, how far can Newcastle go? Because I really want to know if yes, and you know what's impressive about what they did yesterday? They did it without Saint Maximin, without Wilson, and without Isaac. So 3 of their main attacking threats was out. But yesterday scored 3 goals. And we were praising Leicester because towards the back, just before the World Cup, the defense is what was keeping them in games and getting results. But then they go on. Is Newcastle that good? Or Leicester just really poor?
I think Newcastle picked up. I think they pick up. They continue to pick up where they left off to an extent. But I think Leicester fell back badly because they were on a run before the World Cup break where they were very defensively. Like they were picking up the defense pretty well. I think Danny Ward was probably the best goalkeeper in those last few games, in terms of saves and clean sheets and stuff like that. And then I think the break didn't come at the right time for them though.
That's what
it looks like.
You saying something?
Yeah.
Me say now, everybody expect Newcastle to win that game. Me myself, cause me put on Newcastle for the win. Yeah. Newcastle are a team that I can't underestimate Newcastle here. Newcastle play with confidence, plenty confidence. Yeah, and if you look, me now count Newcastle for Newcastle out for finishing in the top 4 because just say this for say right, the West team and them one of them now do better than what Newcastle do. Newcastle pick up points and put points on the board. See Tottenham drop points, Newcastle just push a little lead away from them. You understand? So me now rule Newcastle out to the top 4 yes. The man never spend, and the thing is, the man never spend money when January come. Then they spend money again for the players.
That's a really good point, Stella. Because I wanted to ask you all that. Do you think that now we're gonna see a huge injection from them because they're in this position? Because
the thing is that
they're ahead of their project.
They're in a good position, and the club realize spending money is the key to be successful, and them now go fear for spending money. That's the thing.
Remember, Newcastle is already into the second year since they take over? Second or third year now?
No, man, not so long.
This is their first. This is
the first season, man.
Yeah, the first in the takeover. Okay. In the middle of last season.
Okay.
Remember we had the transfer window.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So, but okay. Go ahead, Cello.
Newcastle could be just like when Man City just get them take over, then start wash them money because they want to win championship. That's when Newcastle will come in just like that. You get me?
Or they could be a QPR.
Even that.
It's possible. Wow, Munchie, I see you skin up your face. Good night to you, sir. What's the problem with my statement?
How good night. We told Marcel to try compare the Newcastle to this Manchester City. Like, no man. Me not being biased, but I think no team right now for the next couple of years, and I say couple, not even couple, for a good amount of years can replicate what City is doing right now. Honestly.
No, that's not what you mean.
They take the conversation wrong.
Yeah, you're out of context.
You come in the conversation, I take the conversation wrong.
Honestly, as I always tell you guys, it's not Manchester City. It's the football group. Okay?
Right. But the point that Stella was trying to make was that now that they're in this position that they are, they know that they're gonna have they're gonna use the cash that they have because they're in that position to then get a better team to then fork out better results. He wasn't looking to 10 years or 5 years down the line. So no one is trying to rain on what City has done or diminish how they've done it, sir. Fair enough? Okay.
But give great respect because you look on the other side. or they might be a QPR.
Oh, you could be a QPR. That's right. That's right. Okay, let's go to. I did all the other games from yesterday. I did. Okay, so Cello.
Listen,
I have my first question to you. Are you fully now Arteta in?
if I fully Arteta in,
Yeah, the question.
me just squash one problem with Arteta. So no try make it seem like this is
Okay,
problem with
okay,
Try
sorry.
make it because
Okay, sorry. So you have no beef with Arteta now.
even
You're
before the
fully back
season
with
starts,
whatever he does.
me just squash the beef with Arteta. So I don't know
Okay.
about Arteta.
Okay,
Give
fair
me
enough.
the exact question they want to ask.
No, I'm building up. I'm building up. Because then now, if you back the manager, then you should also back his choices. All I'm saying to you, like I was saying to you in the group, and the fellas and them can attest to it. What's the problem with Eddie Nketiah?
Sure.
Eddie Nketiah, in his 11 starts,
11 goals.
11 goals. Most times Eddie's playing with the second unit. You were criticizing his touch yesterday. But for me watching the game, I didn't see what you were saying. I've listened to other pundits, and they were praising Eddie's touch. They were praising how he spun a lot of defenders, but he just wasn't getting the final product right. What is your issue with Eddie Nketiah that you can't even just give him for a second, look on yesterday's performance and say, yo, shock, man, I rate Eddie now. But I have to give Eddie props today.
Me give Eddie credit for the turn and the goal. But my point is, if Arsenal want to win the title, they need to upgrade. Eddie Nketiah can't lead towards it.
Okay, but Cello, we are not. I don't think I'm saying, and I'm glad Joe
let me ask you a question.
I'm glad Joe just coming too.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead, I'll ask mine after.
For instance, if Gabriel Jesus injury get an injury setback, you understand, and he be out for a longer period, you really feel Nketiah can carry the rest of the season if Gabriel Jesus does perhaps a rule out for the rest of the season due to injury setback? You really feel Nketiah can carry to the end of the season if I really want to win the cup?
Go ahead, Monchi.
Okay. Two things. Back to the first point. I've seen games where Gabriel Jesus' first touch was so poor, gave away a lot of balls because, he has this Brazilian flair in him in terms of, they must control the ball a certain way. They must let it off a certain way. And he lost a lot of balls for Arsenal, right? And never heard Marcel complain about that because what? He's Gabriel Jesus.
He's Brazilian.
He came from Manchester City. He's allowed to do that. As I said, I watched the whole game with Arsenal, and I didn't think I saw two bad first touch from Nketiah in the whole game, honestly. So I don't know which first touch poor and bad bounced off Marcel was talking about. I just think like he literally was upset that Nketiah get the start and it's not the lineup he wanted, the Martelly leading the line, and you understand? That's one. And two, with Marcel claim that if Nketiah can go through the whole season, if Gabriel Jesus picks up an injury back. If Gabriel Jesus is fit for the whole season, there's no way he's playing every single game for the whole season. So obviously, Nketiah is going to get doing. He's going to get game time. Any way you put it. You understand? It's just that Gabriel Jesus is a number one striker. But you're going to have games where, hey, we playing Barcelona Thursday in the Europa League. But Sunday, we're playing against Leeds. So you're telling me Mikel is going to either give Jesus the whole 90 minutes against Leeds or even start him versus Leeds. And he knows he has Barcelona coming up on Thursday.
Big man, you mislead my conversation.
I'm saying,
listen what me say. Me ask Shaq if he believe if Gabriel Jesus will rule out for a little bit longer, if you believe Nketiah can lead her to the title. No come and mislead the conversation and twist some so. Just answer a simple question.
Let me this. When last Gabriel Jesus even scored for Arsenal?
You come and ask me about Gabriel Jesus score for Arsenal. Answer the question.
You were so focusing on Gabriel Jesus in the team. When last he's contributed a goal to the club?
Well,
when last? I'm asking you. When last he scored
crazy, Miami. The last 2 games Arsenal play. Yeah, Gabriel Jesus the contribute nothing to the goal.
When last he scored a goal, man, I say about contribute. When last he scored a goal.
He scored a goal for a while.
Okay.
Goal for a while. But listen, what
okay.
assist he did during the time that he didn't score?
How much of them are winning assists?
Well, I mean, them vital assists.
No, how much of them are winning assists?
Enough to be winning assists, but okay. Wait. I don't want to cut you.
You're going against Nketiah, who's actually, when he's getting his starting and his chance, he's scoring. So why not just give the guy a break? Although he's not a top tier second-hand striker, as you may want.
No, the beauty about it, let me tell you something here. The beauty about it, you love chat plenty here. You love chat plenty. The beauty about it here, listen. Nketiah, as I asked yesterday in the group, out of the top 16, which one in team the Nketiah can't even get a play?
Okay. Let me chime in.
Newcastle team.
Let me chime in now. Let me chime in.
Not even Newcastle team.
Because Cello, I feel like Andrew, I can hardly see your face. But let me just chime in here, Cello, because I think you're being rather unfair to Eddie. The chances that Eddie has gotten has been minimal. The chances Eddie has gotten has been minimal. Also, when he's gotten these chances, he has not been playing with our best team. But yet still, his numbers are not that far off of who you want, of who you want in the team. Of who you want starting. Hold on there, Cello. I'm not done, Cello. The question that you asked, we're not saying that Eddie, none of us, when Joe comes on, I'm pretty sure he's going to repeat the same thing I'm saying. We are not saying that Eddie Nketiah is the man to lead us. All we're saying that no, he's leading the line, and if he's going to come and give me a 10 out of 10 performance, I'm going to be able to say, good game, Eddie. I couldn't have asked you for anything else. I don't know what else you want Eddie Nketiah to do. You're looking at 10 games down the line. I'm just talking about yesterday's game. I'm just talking about no. Why are you so hell-bent? Why are you so hell-bent on, what if he can lead on the line? I don't know how long to do. I don't know how long Gabby's going to be out for. But also, if let's just say we go off of yesterday's performance, why can't he replicate that in the next 5 games? What's stopping him from replicate that?
I'm going to tell you.
What's stopping?
There's more quality opposition. There's more quality opposition. Like Man City, get an opportunity there.
Okay, hush your mouth now, because you'll get my bet. You'll get my bet. How much big striker against Man City and the score? How you not put them in the class with Eddie and get your boy? You can call Eddie, you call Man City, you call the creme de la creme of the prem, and you're going to rate against Ari, second rated striker.
Did he score a hat-trick against Chelsea?
He scored a hat-trick against Chelsea. It was a hat-trick. 2. I think it's 2. I think it was a brace.
A brace.
2 gifts against Chelsea. 2 gifts
against
Chelsea.
Cello, you have an agenda. Cello, you have an agenda.
Yeah, but
people get themselves amazing.
A vital point for your argument, because what are you trying to say? You're just looking for a spectacular goal. Nobody needs to strike it.
If Arsenal want to win the championship, they need to bring in quality. Proper goal scorer.
So, Cello, who do you want Arsenal to bring in?
Boy, man out there.
Like who? Like
Dele Alli.
Look on Gakpo. Gakpo bet. Me prefer Gakpo in front of Eddie Nketiah.
Wow. When Gakpo hasn't played a minute in the Premier League. Against quality opposition.
You're talking about playing it. Even with England yet.
But still, you're going to be like Gakpo wants to go to Arsenal. It could be the case that he doesn't want to go. let's look at it. Not being disrespectful, Arsenal has just cemented their place back in let's say to fight for the championship. Gakpo, it wouldn't be a place to Gakpo to be like, okay, I'm going to be looking at Arsenal one thing or another. Everybody's going to have speculations at least. And if you're looking at it, Eddie Nketiah is what Gabriel Jesus was the Man City when Aguero was there. Gabriel Jesus never got the chances, but when he got the chances, his numbers were good. And look at Nketiah last season. Nketiah played when chances came. Nketiah played good. He had the fight, and Gabriel Jesus isn't even putting in the goals that
the man feel for understand. Arsenal till we I believe in a certain man that then time up. Look, Nelson and them are so. Them man the time up. Them man they can help her go to the next level shot. Nketiah can help her go to the next level shot. Rob Holding and them man there so. Them man they can't help her go to the next level, boy.
But still,
Shaq, one thing.
Can't help her go to the next level.
So you're coming in after Munchie.
Yeah. You know, after listening to Marcel, right, Shaq? Now I understand, like, I realize why he is anti-Nketiah. Marcel aim this season is to win the Premier League, right? And for Arsenal to win the Premier League, they need backup gunmen here and there, right? So in his mind, his backup gunman is Nketiah, and that won't be enough to challenge Manchester City, to challenge Liverpool, and all this stuff. Fair enough. And I agree. Honestly, I agree.
Okay, but just quick,
you need to understand.
Let me ask you a question, Monty.
If a player is putting up the numbers in place of your number one striker, why not be content with it?
Yo, I'm gonna tell you something, Monty. I'm gonna tell you something. You say from aim for win the title. Who wanna aim for win the title? These are the best chance Arsenal will get. Because you know why? The rest team and them next season, like the Newcastle and them and so, they're gonna spend money and they're gonna be stronger than what they're gonna be this season, yeah. So now Arsenal then get the opportunity to go win the cup, spend the money for win the cup.
For one, money doesn't guarantee championship. Ask Manchester United.
If City would never spend no money, they would never win nothing.
Okay, but Manchester United spend money. City had to spend money because they needed to get there. Manchester United was already there. They spend money. And when last we look at Manchester, when last anybody respect Manchester United?
Okay, look. And what them do now? Them try buy players. Them try buy players now for try strengthen the team for get back which them in it. So on the money spending it will be. What you tell me, Sha?
Okay, but I'm saying that money spending doesn't
guarantee. Okay, so I ask you a question. So you okay? What for your aim be shot for Arsenal this season?
That's a ridiculous question. So ask me that question, boy. What do you mean? What is the aim?
What's your aim?
Bang people every week.
Just bang people every week. So
every week.
Just bang people every week and all. Okay, say all the cup in our hand.
Let me tell you.
Say all the cup in our hand. And there's a bang people. Bang
and I win cup.
Okay, people, listen, man. Listen now. You see, I don't spend no money. You see what last season I don't spend no money in January. You see what happened? Fall shot.
Fair enough.
Fall shot. The reason fall shot is because we needed a striker. And I believe in the Nketiah.
Nketiah delivered when he got the chance, though. You can't say the Nketiah last season.
Listen this long enough. I think me listen this long enough. I think me listen this long enough. Sell your talk. So I understand where you come from with certain things, but also respectfully, you talk a lot of nonsense.
No, this is the
Hear me say, dog.
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
I can't talk about what you talk about the last time you talk about just now, right? You can't say that half shot because of Eddie Nketiah when Lacazette play about 9 games and fail.
No, I'm going to say half shot because of Nketiah. I never say half shot because
the man on chance now, the man DJ song now.
The striker. Me never say half shot because of Nketiah. I say I need a striker.
Here me see. Here for me counted to that. We didn't need a striker. I'm going to tell you what we needed. Here for me counted to that. Watch the maths. My counter to that was that we didn't need a striker. My counter is that we needed to start playing Eddie Nketiah earlier. Because Eddie Nketiah come on and outperform Lacazette in our 3 or 5 consecutive games
Bearing in mind that prior to that, Lacazette played about 9 games without scoring a goal. And we played Nketiah because he came off of the bench the game before and I think got an assist or something. Had a real good impact. And Arteta decided to take the risk and start. Even Arteta came out and said in the press that he feel like he lets down the player in terms of the fact that he kept double thinking himself instead of just giving the man a chance based on the fact that he has seen what he can do. Now here my thing, right? When you pray it, right? No, nobody come in here say that Eddie and Nketiah and Mojini are not like that. No. My thing is, right, with Eddie, is that when you really sit and think about it, every time he does play, he play with the B team, he play with the lesser quality players. When he does come on and play for the first team, just the scrap minutes on him he get. How much can a player, one young player that you try to block out, how much can you really do with that? Ultimately, you need the time and the experience and the exposure. You know? Let me use one example. Rashford. Rashford, they United, how long? Rashford play against Arwi the first game. Well, he played in the league cup or whatever. Then he played against Arwi the first game. Because what? Then they had no choice. They didn't have a choice. They had to play him. Look, Marcus Rashford, turn out, get on turn of game time. Look what he turned out to today. Rashford, a quite one decent player. You check. Eddie Nketiah get one shine here. He come on, he score 1 goal. He play for the next 5 games. Then he come on, he score 1 goal again. He play for the next 5 games. Bearing in mind too the fact that we weren't in Champions League, and I get knocked out to Europa League and so. Bearing in mind that when you put that together, when you really pre that as well kind of put a stunt in his growth because of the fact that there was no extra football. Right. You check all them some they will help develop young players. Now my thing, bro, come on. Well, my boy start. And overall for the game, I think he had a good game. Like he was doing good in terms of he hold up play and whatnot. Why they look for his eye? They look for this thing because they get so accustomed to Gabriel Jesus taking the ball, taking the first touch and going past 3, 4, 5 man. Expect that out of Eddie. Having a player as your striker that can do that on one luxury. That is not the type of player Eddie Nketiah is. Upon he will do it, but a man that once he confidence up, as you really pay attention to it and you give the chance, he will put the ball in the back of the net. Even in the game that he played the other day, he seemed nervous. The man get the ball and he gets some touches and that last ball now come off and then he started to chase the game. You could see it. That's when he started to take the ton of heavy touch and so on and whatnot. If you even check it out, there was 1 or 2 times where he was frustrated and the guy to tell you, no worry, you're safe. Xhaka tell you, just cool, you're safe, just relax yourself. You check? The man need game time and the man need confidence. I mean, I think he make no sense. That's on our next option and the striker that day that show that he have some sort of little talent. That always spend the time cry down the man. This is the first time the youth man get one proper run in the team with the first team players where he can get proper passes. Where when he turn and he push the ball wide, Saka over there and Martinelli over there. Not Marquinhos one of them other little youth that's a come to the academy. You try. You have to give the man time. If after you give him time. No, now we say that the man go come and the man go take over the world by storm. No, we come and say that the man go take over the world by storm. No, but what we say is give the man a chance. Because here my thing, here for you question. Your question is, if Gabriel Jesus is to have an injury setback, let's say he out for the rest of the season, if I wish believe that Eddie Nketiah can carry out through the rest of the season, we don't know that. But guess what? We also don't know if he can't do it either, because the man has never gotten a good enough to say that, hey, yeah, he can, yeah, he can't do it. You give him the chance. No, it's like no. He asks for a new contract, he gets a new contract. Yeah, number 14, he get number 14. You want more game time, the opportunity to present himself. No, I go judgy. But you cannot want for up to the time the man scored the best goal of the game. Probably the best goal of the weekend. You still come and bash the man. Give the man a blind, man.
Wrong with the man goal, Joe.
Give the man a blind.
No, but the man overall is the game we were assessing.
Yes, I mean, my point is, okay, for instance, you know believe Arsenal need a next striker? That told me one. You know believe Arsenal need a next striker? It come in January.
Yeah, me think I need for make signings. But honestly speaking, I don't even think we need a next striker per se. think we
I
need.
would-
Well,
that would
me,
be
I
if
think
fair.
we need.
Nketiah injured, who will play?
Listen to
when
me, no
Nketiah
man.
injured?
We don't necessarily need a striker
That
per
would
se.
be priority
We
number
need
one.
a forward that can play across the tree.
The line.
That's what I need.
Yeah.
That's what I need. We need a forward that can play across the front tree. I don't necessarily need a striker.
And to be fair, I think a replacement, a backup for Party, is more important than the forward.
Bro, a backup for Party is the most important position on the team. I don't care what nobody say. Are the most important, because guess what? I'm gonna say Gabriel Jesus. Yeah, he very important. But for me, two of the most important people in that team is Thomas Partey and Martin Odegaard. No other midfielder in our team control the game the way Odegaard control the game. Nobody direct the midfield and direct the game like he did. None of them man in the team. Then you have Partey. Nobody else in the team does what Partey does. El Neni bring half of what Partey bring, and Sambi bring half of what Partey bring. Right? But none of them on a whole bring everything that Partey does. So to me, Partey the most important player in the team. Look when have injuries and so last season, when he hit us the hardest. It hit us the hardest.
That's the point
when Partey was out.
Yeah.
That's when we felt it the most, because Gabriel Jesus had 5 goals and 5 assists. But Saka and Martinelli, between the two of them, have 19 goal involvements this season already. So now if we say that, I like Aubameyang days and the goal and them just come from one person. The goal and them are spread. Martin Odegaard
have most goals in our club.
Yeah, Odegaard outperform himself. Odegaard had 6 goals and he get 2 assists yesterday. So I mean even how much that take you to. You understand? Xhaka score goal. Xhaka get 1 assist because the Xhaka assist Martinelli goal. You check all them so many. The footballer flow attacking wise, to me the most important position on the field a Partey, because if Partey gets injured, the drop off is ridiculously evident. But Gary and Blind man,
we gonna move on from this.
Wait a shot, hold on there. I'm gonna make it clear. Me now I'm a big fan of Eddie and Nketiah. Shaq know that. If nobody else, Shaq know that. Me crazy about Eddie. You check me think that Eddie can carry out to the promised land and all of that. However, at the same time, I try to be fair, right? I may tell you, partner, the finish for that goal at Nketiah score, that ain't no small feat. Partner, even your best of your best strikers now had the ability and the attention to detail and some for do that. You check? The man use the right hand and lean into the player for give off the fact that he goes so and then just he don't know where the ball will come. He don't set his body and just turn it on. When you have the best of the best strikers, all them pundits and so are rave over the goal and make that is a quality goal. You try to tell me everybody always talk about this quality that this Eddie Nketiah kid have since he play for the under 20s and under 18s and whatever. There's no way all of them wrong. He have something. He might not have what it is to be the next big thing, but who knows? Maybe the man, given the time and opportunity, might be, an Ivan Toney type level striker, or something in that region there. That is not bad to have as your second striker.
Right, fair enough. So, Stella, we're gonna move on, and you can go ahead with one your agenda, like Jolly. Jolly say he come with an agenda because the self-destruct that Arsenal gonna do is gonna hit like crack. World Cup winner Lisandro Martinez, runner-up William Saliba. All right. Okay, you continue on your agenda, bro. I have a controversial question to ask you, so I want us to speed through this because I don't want us to run out of time. We're going to jump to the Chelsea game. So when I was talking pre-show, just about how the impact of Reece James, how we saw the difference with him in the team, but then now that he's got the injury, Sukwa, how are you feeling? No, because you must have watched with some optimism today, with a smile on your face prior to the injury, and after that,
because, I mean, they look really well. I mean, the first half of the game, I mean, everything was looking like the old Chelsea, like with Reece James in there, right? I mean, they got the 2 early goals. I mean, although I mean, it's against Bournemouth. I mean, they're not the best right now, currently in terms of form and so on. But we haven't been anything
put it
beats
away.
it. But I mean, I just think that when he went down in the 53rd minute, because I think that the whole plan was to at least give him 60 minutes under the belt, and then they would have withdrawn him. Again, what happened, it happened like about 10 minutes before that. So, yeah, it's just an unfortunate situation with him. I guess, we have to wait until 48 hours to know.
The extent of it.
Yeah, the extent of the injury. And again, you see the importance of him in the squad. But I think Chelsea has to look for a serious option where he cannot be the over-reliant player.
Yeah.
Right? And that is what is...
Yeah, you can depend on him now. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. He by far has been probably the best player for the season, because when he goes into that team, I mean, that team plays so different.
Yeah,
Like,
I saw it.
Yeah, the link between he and
Wait, who are
Sterling.
we talking about there? Reece James?
Yeah, Reece James, yeah.
Pana. Oh, hold on there. Me never talk about Chelsea. Listen to me, right? Pana, if I could even reach to the TV and back Reece James on cuff to it. What you trying to tell me? He could hold the injury till 60 minutes and get me my clean sheet points. He could hold it but me directly back.
What?
Yo, I hear you know. Shock, but I'm gonna lie to you. Let me look for them and say, boy, this might be the week my fly past Shock, you know. This might be the week.
You close? I don't even know. I have to check it.
You say, boy, this might be the week my past Shock now. Yeah, check.
I think my team did well.
Boss, me so bets, right? Me in the third about 7 weeks now.
By 1 point.
About 7 weeks, me in the third. About 7 weeks now. And every time we vote for pass Shot, the last play he left back for play, get some kind of assist. And
Rashford got a goal and assist today, innit?
Yeah.
Rashford have a goal and assist today. I have to check my team when I'm done.
No, but here we know. Me check your team, man. Me check your team. I say, boy. Please tell me now. I say, okay, I have Rashford. I go into this man team. He has Rashford too. I say, Pana.
Did I take out Almiron?
I think so. I take out Almiron. No, you still have Almiron.
I still have it? Okay.
You had 3 players left for play. 3 City players. Cancelo, Foden, and Haaland.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had Robertson in my team and I took him out.
Yeah, you took out Robertson. But what I understand though, how is it? Listen, just a general reminder, Aubameyang going to play for Arsenal tomorrow.
Yo, I was certain that this man was going to score. I remember they said in the last show, Aubameyang getting a brace today, dog. I was certain this man going to play. But I'm going to choose to tweet out.
Why you are so much
about a bench, you know what you say.
Yes, I'm going to bench 5 more times. I'm going to bench 5 more times.
I'll say raving about Rashford, and we're going to jump to that Manchester United game because Rashford is on one. He looks to be back to the Rashford that we were all talking about a couple of years ago. I mean, it was Nottingham. I did predict a 4-0. They won 3-0. It's something for us to be raving about, not just Rashford, but Manchester United. Because I saw when I went on Twitter just before I did the link for the show, they talk about Casemiro is the best DM in the league and all that. Manchester United is doing that well.
With all due respect, right? I mean, if we're being realistic, subtracting the teams and themselves, individual players, Casemiro is probably the best DM in the league.
Yeah.
However,
I think so.
In Manchester United, I mean, yo, that man, let me put it this way. Manchester United, that man so not have nothing in the defensive middle for so long that right now, if Casemiro just come and just do a ball roll, the whole stadium going up to us. That man is crazy. Yeah, Casemiro, best thing. Don't get me wrong, he bossed the game today.
Yeah.
And he has been bossing the games lately, even on international duty. Well, 2 of the games that we won were because of him for Brazil. Check, like the man is the creme de la creme of DMs, to be honest.
And then what it does, it frees up Ericsson to go forward.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But Rashford is say 40. Yeah, Rashford look hot right now.
I say y'all don't talk too loud about Casemiro. Remember, Cello up there.
Yeah, pick up on that one. You know, pick up on that way. Julie, waiting what you said. You say you're not even live. We've been starving for a DM for years, and that's facts. We want to touch quickly. We want to touch on the City game quickly because we kind of did it last time, but I mean, I don't know if y'all have to, y'all changing your prediction or anything.
No, before the City game, right? I want to shout out my boy Fred. Yeah, check. That was a beautiful finish. Lovely one-time goal. I mean, care what nobody say. You know, the haters are always the hate.
It is weird.
So,
the haters don't hate Mason. Let me shout out Mason Mount for his good goal today too. The haters
don't get me wrong. Mason Mount had a good goal, right? But, but tell her, to make work with full half, right? That boy didn't
go ahead, boy. Go quick. I have 2 questions for y'all.
So nobody's gonna talk about how Ten Hag tried to replicate Martinez in the centre back position today.
With Luke Shaw.
I mean, he didn't do a bad job, and he wouldn't be the first. Jose Mourinho at one point had played Luke Shaw as a centre back, so nothing about that he really knew.
Yeah,
but I'm sure Jose didn't have a next option.
Yo, no, but it was more disrespectful to Harry Maguire. That was Harry Maguire can't play for Manchester United again.
Today, on the game today, they were saying that yes, he had a great World Cup, but since he came back, there were quite a few players for different teams that came back from international duty and had some sort of bug. He was one of them. That's what they were saying today. So I believe that's why he didn't start. It's not necessarily that the man just didn't want to play. Because they were talking about it during the game today.
Okay, fair enough.
Just because of Maguire. What do you mean for you?
Oh yeah, Jelly is saying too that Maguire was ill. Okay, I didn't see that. Okay, first. I mean, City fans. I mean, I think Munchie predicted 5. I think Moy said 3 last time. I don't think anybody we expect any surprises tomorrow.
But yeah, me say what is it gonna be? Haaland third hat-trick in the season?
Yo, I sent the interview in the group today with Thierry Henry. And in that, Thierry Henry says that he thinks that Erling Haaland will score 6 goals in 1 game in the Premier League.
I wouldn't be surprised. But here's what. Let me tell you why I would be surprised. Because I believe Pep would take him out before he could do it.
Probably. Are we ready to get
Boss, Pep have this way of just like no matter how good one they be just reminding you that me the boss. Get your head yourself. So I believe when he reached the 5th one, Pep would have just put the ups, come.
No. But if a 5 before halftime.
Yeah. If he scored that before halftime, he good.
Yeah, but if he scored them before halftime, he now come back over second half.
Yeah, you're coming
Remember me tell you so.
Yeah, Pep,
tell you so.
Boy, let me tell you, right?
I remember to start second half.
Yeah, I'm Drew.
Careful on the action. Careful.
Drew, imagine for fantasy, right? You might have your City players, right? And then they don't do their thing, or maybe Foden might score 2 goals before 60 minutes. And Pep just sub him on 52 minutes. Just like that.
You check? Boss. I them kind of some Pep do all the time, no boss.
All the time.
Yo, City are one of the most rewarding, but also the riskiest team to build your fantasy team around.
And I have 3 of them tomorrow.
King man, the other day me slapped. My double transfer, 2 chances I had save up now. Go so boom, Foden. Somebody else will put in. No, the 2 man in them play.
Yeah, so you love to do that.
Man,
especially with them play some lally team now.
Yeah, but I believe a Munchie. Because I realize most time Munchie now them man in the team.
No. A 3 City players in my team, I'm never change them. Edison, Cancelo, and Haaland.
Yeah.
I never change them mandate, no matter
what. You know what? And guys, I'll give you all a little fantasy secret. Yeah, I can do it. But for me personally, Joe, this has been my thing. I'm not superstitious or anything, but I had Saka in my team at the start of the Premier League. And of course, you get the other assists here and there, but he was not fired. The moment I took him out, he started to score. And I said, okay, if that's what you want Saka to not be in my fantasy team, for you to provide all them goals and assists, I will not put Saka back in my team for the rest of the season. If he scores 10 goals a game, I'm fine. I'm going to take the L. I will not put him back in my team this season.
Hey, Daddy. Yeah, but
I will not.
Put in Saka, right? But watch where the vibes be there. Watch where the vibes be. Put in Saka, I'm done. He go up on a like a low spell. You check. So I say, okay, Saka go have like a low spell. I'm gonna take you out now. I'm gonna bring you back. I'm gonna save my transfer and bring you back in 2 weeks. Because what? In 2 weeks, I will play. I think at that time we were playing Tottenham. And Saka, no matter how poor he farm is, he always scores against. When he broke it, is always against one of the big teams. United. Can't remember he scored a 1 goal against United. All these things. He always scored against one big team. You see, as soon as I see the big game, I come up and go, whoops, Saka in. Yeah, I'm gonna take you back out since. And I went Thursday, I say, boy, you know what? We play West Ham. Joy the Fahab. Me throw you Martinelli too. I'm gonna throw you Martinelli.
Oh, Martinelli in my team from day one. I was gonna put in Eddie now because I knew he was gonna score. But
I thought about it, but I would have to make too much. I would have to make too much changes because I already have 3 Arsenal players. Ben White, Saka, and Martinelli.
Okay. Let me ask you all this question now. Just general football questions. I heard somebody said yesterday, Arsenal has the best trio midfield in the Premier League. True or false?
False.
You say false. You
right
say false.
Now, as in this season?
Yeah, right now.
I would probably give him the edge. Is Saka, Martinelli, and Odegaard, right?
No, the 3 in the midfield. The Partey, Xhaka, and Odegaard.
Partey, Xhaka, and Odegaard. Because the 3 of them complement each other very well.
Okay.
Yeah. What the rest of the panel y'all talk now?
It's a shout. It's a shout.
It's a good shout though.
Yeah, it will be between us, City, Newcastle, because as simple as Newcastle's midfield is, they operate very well. You know, Bruno Guimaraes at the pivot of everything. Yeah. There's somebody else that midfield no bad. I don't remember who he be, but there's some of the team as well that. Well, Aston Villa, when they have their full team, their midfield is not bad. It's just that when they get to that final third, then just run out of gas. Because even the game they played against Liverpool, in the midfield, they were moving the ball, getting it out wide, pushing it across to Liam Bailey, bam, bam, bam. And then every time they got to the box, that's when everything broke down. Aston Villa, I think, has an underrated midfield in terms of how well they play together, how well they gel.
Like McGinn and those guys.
Yeah, not necessarily because of big names, but because of how well they gel together. Yeah.
Shout out to Brighton's midfield.
Yeah, Brighton.
Oh yeah, I forget.
Yeah, Brighton.
Right.
Agreed. Clip.
No argument there. Agreed. 100%.
All right, so I heard Moy said it's garbage. Joe on the fence. Tuchel kind on the fence too. Them City man say I'm assuming Cello.
You know, then say me bias, kind of me go with Tom. So you know, then say me bias because me.
Talk your thing.
Then say me say Arsenal.
You gotta give me a reason, dude. You gotta give me a reason. You gotta back up your talk. If you believe that, then you believe that.
Them man build a chemistry together, man. Them man have good understanding. Them man, like, say for instance, if Xhaka push Partey, know which are exactly where to come in case Xhaka lose them, he never clean up the mess. If Partey push, Xhaka will drop. You understand? So them man are understanding. You understand? Them build a chemistry together. So even if them not close to each other, they know each other, so they fall back in the place so good.
And I'm assuming, Cello. And I'm assuming that the City fans are gonna say that their midfield is better than Arsenal's trio. That's what y'all are saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say so too, because them midfield, midfield is Rodri, De Bruyne, and who? Bernardo Silva. On paper, to be honest, on paper that's a crazy ass midfield. But at the same time, when I understand the question in context, if we're talking about current form, I think we agile. We're not talking about the names and the overall quality of the players and who they are and what they've accomplished and none of that. If we're talking current form in terms of the output and how they're each performing, I think we edge. I think we edge City. But if we're talking names and overall quality on a whole, then
Right.
they win.
Okay, so let me ask you another question. I was listening a video today. I was watching one of YouTubers today. And the question was asked, is Harry Kane world class? In my mind, the kind of question is that. Of course Harry Kane is world class. But then they started to talk about it and give their points. One person said, can you really be world class if of course you haven't won much?
Mm-hmm.
But can you be world class if you haven't done it on the world stage? So the question is Harry Kane world class?
Harry Kane a top player, man. But he drop off, man. Harry Kane a top.
No, Stella, answer the question, bro.
Yeah.
Answer the question, bro. Is Harry Kane world? I don't want Kane is a top player. Is he world class?
That's an
Yes, he
unfair.
is.
Listen to
Boy,
me, Shaq. That is a
Monchi,
question
that's
that,
a what?
yeah. That is a question that it's hard to answer, Shaq. Reason being here, Harry Kane a top goal scorer. Harry Kane amongst the best and the best in the world when it comes to scoring goals. You understand? But he drop off. He drop off right now.
Okay, so he drop off. That means he's not world class for you.
Yeah, but you're top player. You up there with the best on them.
Stella, you love the fence now. You love the fence.
If I say Harry Kane the world class, if I say Harry Kane the world class, I'm going to purge my conscience, Shaq. But right now, he game drop off a bit.
You on the fence. We'll come back to you. Go ahead, Monchi.
Yeah. So
Answer the question first. Is he world class? Yes or no?
Yes. Right.
Carry on.
And what Joe was saying, when I say it was an unfair assessment, is to the point where you said to be world class, you have to do it on the world stage. There's a lot of world class players who hasn't done it on the world stage. Case in point, Aguero. Aguero doesn't perform for Argentina, but Aguero, when you hear Aguero, first thing you hear, world class striker.
Okay.
Because what is goal.
Hold on. Can we ask you some of them, Monchi?
To be saying that with Harry Kane. Plus, isn't Harry Kane England's top goal scorer?
Okay, but hold on, Monchi. Can you be a world class finisher without being a world class player? Are they mutually exclusive? Or once you're one, you're automatically the other?
Okay, we're saying world class striker or world class player.
Can you be a world class finisher because he's good at what he does, but not world class player?
No, that's what's making him a world class player. Is finishing.
Okay, you think he's a world?
I think they'll have to complement each other, Shaq.
Because they were making the case you have to do it on the world stage to be a world class player, and I kind of agree with it.
I agree because to that. Because the recognition.
I don't think world class means that you have day in and day out you do it. It don't matter, because then if you're telling me that maybe he isn't world class, then we can ask the question too: is Kevin De Bruyne world class? Because he's great. We all know what Kane does in the Premier League. He's world class in the Premier League. Kevin De Bruyne is world class in the Premier League. But when he goes to play for Belgium, we don't see that.
Because he play lesser quality players.
Oh no, you can't say that. You can't say that. That's Belgium's golden generation. With Hazard, Belgium has a great team.
Ranked number 2.
Belgium has a great team. So we can't say it's lesser players. That argument don't come here.
Yo, for me with Belgium, the whole thing with Belgium has been for quite a while. Martinez, that man has been a fraud since Everton days. Man, ever tap says so. Fraud. Anyways, hey, Mr. Boss. Kane, our world class player. I'll bias aside because the only thing that the likes of your Lewandowski's and your Benzemas and so on have had over Kane is the accomplishments in terms of what they've won. But in terms of striking, in terms of putting the ball in the back of the net, Kane is one of the best that there has ever been. The boy can score. That man can find the back of the net. He is striker. without a doubt. Unfortunately, you know, he decided to go waste with talents and everything and waste team.
Right.
Now,
That was
because of that, that is what will
yeah.
always put that little doubt over him. And I think he knows that, which is why he was pushing so hard to go to City. Yeah, because you have a blind fin to see that. I think he knows that no matter what we do, no matter if I broke all the scoring record in them,
Yeah, I'm not
that is always going to hang over me. Kind of like some boy goat. It's going to always hang over that they never win a World Cup. You check.
Memphis not here today, so I
Some
don't
boy
have
can join
argument.
Portugal coaching team. You check. For win World Cup.
Okay.
Okay, so
But yeah, what Drew makes a lot of sense, Shaq, because the thing about it with Harry Kane, right? He has the ability, but because he's not been in a club that has won anything really, you have no title, you have no league title, you have no Champions League, you don't even have a UEFA Cup to show for it, right? How much lower you want to go? I mean,
And
you have the Euro,
and
you
them
have,
win the
definitely you have a World
them
Cup.
preseason. Them win them
Audi
preseason
Cup.
cup. Them not
Them
cup.
win the Audi Cup.
And
Talk to the man, that man. Them win them preseason cup. Talk to the man.
I don't think that the person wasn't disputing whether or not he's really good. He's world class in the Premier League. They were just saying that, okay, put it this way. Is Kane and Mbappe on the same level? I come in Munchie.
No.
Mbappe is better?
League, boy. Mbappe in
So
a different league, boy.
Mbappe is world class?
I mean, sure. What mean Mbappe world class?
So then Kane can't be world class then.
Mbappe, boy, yeah. Listen, Mbappe the next best thing in the world.
Is okay. Moy is silent tonight. Let me bring in Moy. Let me bring in Moy first. Moy, is Mbappe world class? Yeah. Everybody has chat. Everybody talk tonight.
I want to tell man
because
tonight, boss.
I'm trying looking.
Oh,
Yes,
they
he's
want
world
to.
class, but then I would understand where other people is coming from. But before I jump to Mbappe, I'm dealing with a less caliber striker. Would we say Jude is world class? Jude has done it on the big stages, and he has scored goals or whatever. But he's not up there when you talk about strikers with Benzema and
Good point, Shimon.
and Lewandowski and those type of players. So and
that's
if the
because
point
of
now we're
Jude's
making
style.
that you must do it on the world stage. He has done it on the world stage plus doing club level. So then that makes him qualified to be a world class player.
I mean,
But Jude world class. Jude is a world class striker
Jude
in his own
win
right.
everything that ever win the shot.
Exactly,
Jude
Jude a world class striker in his own right. You know the trophy Jude don't win.
Right,
Not just that. Jude a World Cup winner. Jude a France all-time leading top goal scorer. Of course,
he's won Champions League. He's won the Europa League too.
Yeah, and just because of the fact that Jude is not your typical number 9 in terms of his style of play and overall ability. So a lot of his things are overlooked. But if we being honest, Jude is world class in his right. And Mbappe is also world class. I realize all the record in him. Mbappe don't broke. Mbappe a broke record and pan par with Pele. Yeah,
but Joe, that record that Jude just got this year now, Mbappe is crumbling that in 2 years.
Of course.
Yeah, honestly speaking, because when you check it out too, Mbappe don't have a ridiculous amount of goals at his current age. Not just that on the international stage. He's already a World Cup winner. And he go back-to-back finals. And you can't say in either of them that he was carried or that he was just dragged along. He was crucial in both.
Let me get in after before he's coming.
Mbappe the best thing in the world.
I don't think Kane gets enough service for England. I think the difference between the two, one have more speed to get away from the defenders, but Kane on the level with finishing. Okay. Munchie, you had the hand up for a while. Sorry about that.
Yes. So back because honestly, I'm not giving up this unfair assessment with the world stage thing. Reason being, Joe called the name, and that literally just hit the point I'm going to make. Robert Lewandowski. World stage for Poland. Yes, I think maybe he's their top goal scorer. which he has to be because nobody else did, right? but
It's a fact check that.
right,
Yo!
but
Carfax.
Like
but
even he the only striker Poland ever have in a lifetime.
look, hey, I even when come off the point a little bit going on that. I even saw a stat that say Lewandowski was a right back when he first started playing for Poland. He was a right back, so that's to show you how much Poland even never had a body up there. That was throw you up there, and after that he come a striker. But back to my point, what I'm saying now.
Right, he is the kid.
Kane, right? Look at Lewandowski's career. Dortmund, Bayern Munich, Barcelona. But I'm just sticking with Dortmund and Bayern Munich. All Lewandowski has to do is just put the ball in the back of the net. Lewandowski ever had to get past a defender by himself, ever got to do some fancy trick work to get out of a tight situation, to get out of a shot, create moments for himself. Nothing like that.
Stop do that, man.
Right?
Stop do that. Lewandowski create goal for himself too, man. He probably might not do them all the time, but they have plenty chance, plenty quality goal they score when he creates space.
It pass 5%, Marcel. It doesn't pass 5%. Right? So my point is, you're looking at that, and you're looking at Harry Kane. Back to the point we guys say, the trophy, the achievements, the awards is what gonna maybe class it. But with that assessment where he doesn't do it on the world stage, meaning he's not world class, that's unfair. Because Lewandowski haven't done it on the world stage neither. And as you guys say, he doesn't get
maybe he's not world class either.
That's exactly my point. But they're saying Lewandowski is a world class striker. But what he's been doing, winning trophies, because what? He's getting the service.
Okay, guys,
watch it. A Bayern Munich or a Dortmund or even a Barcelona, he'd be winning trophy with ease.
Okay, watch this. Let's see if we can, get a better understanding of what's going on here. We all know the GOAT category. Well, there's a GOAT, and there is people who line on the GOAT pen. So there's Messi, and then there is Cristiano Ronaldo, right, in the ranking. So then now you have the other people end up on the farm. Then now who comes after Messi and then Ronaldo? Would it be Mbappe?
Yeah, of course, Mbappe.
Hold on, take your time. Just cool, Joe. Who else? Is there anybody else in Mbappe's category now?
I would still have Neymar there.
Yeah, Neymar.
You put Neymar there. Let's just work it out. Everybody's in agreement that there's nobody else in the Mbappe Neymar.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yo, honestly,
guess what? Where put Benzema?
Honestly speaking, me still put Neymar.
Benzema for day with them, man. The Neymar and the Mbappe.
Before I put Neymar in that category, to me, I have to put Benzema first, though.
That means I put the Benzema in that category.
Okay, so there is the top two categories. Then in my mind, I'm thinking the next category under that is world class.
Mm-hmm.
They're not great yet. So was in the world class category. We said Neymar.
We said Mbappe.
I have to put
You have to put who money.
Yeah, Sergio Ramos with the Neymar and the Mbappe.
Yo,
Let's just stick to attackers. Let's just do attackers.
Okay.
Yo,
so
if
Mbappe.
I put attackers, as much as I rate Big Benz because he win Ballon d'Or and yada yada yada, there is no way, with all due respect, as much as Benzema boy, Benz can go into this conversation before Luis Suarez.
All right, take your time, Joe.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm want to know is there anybody? We probably don't have to share this conversation and bring it back another time again. Is there anybody in the Mbappe category?
At this present moment,
Neymar, I still put Neymar above Mbappe. If I'm being
really?
Me still put Neymar above Mbappe.
Yeah, you're crazy, man. You're Brazil, man. You're Brazilian. You're crazy, man. You
No,
go
it's
put
not
What
even
I'm
just.
trying to get now, because
It's not even just Brazil. I feel like because of the fact is I think because of the whole Neymar leaving Barcelona and how things went and yada yada yada, that a lot of because of the ton of drama and this and the haste of this and that, I think a lot of Neymar's performances and overall stats have been overlooked because of the whole drama. But I would like y'all to
Yeah.
actually go and take your time and look at Neymar's numbers.
At
what I'm
23
trying to get
Neymar
at,
versus Mbappe.
what I'm
At
trying to
23
get
Mbappe.
at, guys,
Man.
is we say that Mbappe is world class. If we
Yeah,
put in,
I think so.
are we putting Harry Kane, Lewandowski in that category as well? Because then that means they're not world class. They're really good at finishing.
No, I'm putting them in that category because it's
World class.
unfair when you look at it now because you cannot judge one striker the way you could judge Mbappe that go play wing and go play striker and all them so many and because he had this extra burst of speed. You
So
judge
you're
a
a
player,
world-class
you judge a
finisher.
player based on the position he plays and how
And
he
what's his job?
performs in it. And when it comes to your Lewandowski's, your Harry Kane's, your Benzema's, your Zlatan Ibrahimovic,
Suarez.
and your Luis Suarez's and so on. Them are elite. Them are the elite
Elite.
strikers.
Yeah,
Okay, so all
just,
that, I like that word, Joe.
just
Well,
to
man.
add to what Joe was saying, I think it's just the generation now that we're just quickly straying from, we just want the striker to just put the ball at the back of the net. Nowadays we want to see players like
Expert.
Mbappe, they pick up the
Change
ball
the
and do
game.
something or the other. So the love for Lewandowski, I mean, Haaland gets it because the amount of goals he's scoring. But players like them, you don't really see them being talked about. You just hear Mbappe this, Mbappe that. But Lewandowski and Benzema, they're doing what their job they're supposed to do. Stay there, put the ball in the back of the net, and let us win the game.
Sorry, guys. I'm going to shift the conversation again because just what Moy said there, I mean, he brought in Haaland. Just before the show, I was on Twitter and I think it's a Real Madrid one of them Real Madrid legend. I'll see if I find it, I'll send it in the group. But this person was saying Julian Alvarez is a better all-round striker, or better all-round player than Haaland and Mbappe. Because they were saying Mbappe don't really want to come and play that 9 role, the traditional 9 role. And also Haaland doesn't want to go make a run out wide. So they were looking at Julian Alvarez and said he's the complete package of both of them. Is that a true statement? Y'all agree that
It's still too early for that shot.
I think it's way. I think it's still way.
I'm just telling y'all what I
He
saw.
has the potential, though. He has the potential.
Yeah,
But
potential is there.
His
I'll
breakout.
see if I find it.
This
Give
year
me a
might be
second.
his breakout year, Shaq. Okay, this year might be the breakout year that probably at the end of the year now you can give a better assessment and say, okay, well, he has the potential to do it. Let's look at in the next 2 or 3 seasons.
Chuck, I just want to say something, right? After we say, nope, Neymar fell off big time. His best was at Barca. But then Neymar fell off big time. His best was at Barca. But this is the same man that is currently outplaying Mbappe at the world-class Mbappe at PSG with his overall goal involvements. So, I don't understand how that makes sense. Mbappe had 1 more goal than Neymar for the season, and that is because obviously the man look for Mbappe, right? He had 1 more goal than Neymar for the season, and Neymar in a what? Neymar in a second for goals and second for assists in League A. The man have 20 goal contributions for the season already. So did Neymar really fall off as much as you asked Neymar fall off? Because here's the thing, now, as much as them cried on Neymar because of all the drama and so on surrounding him, and the theatrics and so on, his numbers were still crazy. His numbers were still always there.
All right, let me try to get out of this comment. This is what this is what the person was saying. Who they said former Real Madrid and Inter striker. I don't know the Zamorano.
Zamorano, yeah.
Julian Alvarez is a more complete forward than Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland. Haaland is not good on the wings, and Mbappe does not participate much as a 9. Julian does all of that.
Now, Shaq,
go ahead, bro.
I can see what he's saying, right? In terms of that, because when you look at him, right, he is like a build between the two. So he can play wide and then you can give him a chance in the center too, right? But I just think it's a little too early. I mean, Zamorano was a top player back in his time when he used to play in the 90s and stuff like that. But I mean, it's still a little early. As I say, it's still a little early. He has the potential. I'm not saying like, as I say, look at his build and stuff like that. Probably he can do both wing and central. But again, we have to, the verdict has to be out there. You can't just do it halfway through a season.
Alves a crazy player, man. Alves a man like Aguero boy. Then too big, but the man when the man get an opportunity and the boy kick the ball good now.
Yeah.
The man can knock the ball with 2 foot and then the man crazy boy. The man a crazy player boy.
Well, fellas.
Hey, Munchie, finger drop off now.
Oh, go ahead, Munchie. Sorry, this last point. We're gonna end this. We're gonna end now.
But when you go up with manners now, in a good way.
I'm sorry, sir. I was looking at the laptop.
To make that statement with the farmer Real Madrid player.
Oh my goodness. The picture was also up covering your this thing. Munchie, go ahead now.
So take what I'm going to say, Jack. So yeah, with that statement, I can see what the guy is saying, but Suka say it's still early times. But if you really assess it now, he has the pace like Mbappe. I'm not saying when I mean like he has pace, which when you hear Mbappe, you hear about pace. When you hear about goals scoring, you hear about Haaland. We know this guy can score goals. We see it at River Plate, and he can make runs, a lot of runs. Like when City was linked with him, I literally went and watched him on YouTube, and I'm like, wow, this guy can make runs. He's gonna be dangerous for us. Honestly, that's what I said, right? So when the guy said like, yeah, he can play out wide and he can play the traditional number 9, he can drop deep, link up with the play. So I see what he's saying, but as Suga say, it's still kind of early. But when you look at it, he's only 22, and he's in this City setup. So who knows? All
right. Okay. So guys, that's it. I mean, tomorrow City plays Leeds. We're not. I don't think anybody's really looking forward to any. Well, thinking that there'll be any upset. Monchi went with 5. I think Moy went with 3. But stranger things have happened. We come back just to review that game and preview the games, the last set of games before the end of the year. The year coming to an end, and what a 2022 it was. So guys, that's it. We had a good time. Hopefully, Stelo can kill his agenda. Hopefully, Suko, you get good news. For Monchi and Moy,
you'll never see that happen.
I'm not gonna say what I wanted to say, but okay, but Stelo, it's fine. You do your thing. Go ahead, Monchi.
And I know me wait for eat Marcel food now. Where do forget about the little thing?
The Spain fan.
And I know me wait for the
Joe, we gotta set that up. We gotta set it. I don't think, you see, Monchi, I didn't think that Cello still want to be, because as soon as Spain can knock out the man, look, it sounds like me jump off of the ship.
me can never, me not tell, so me back.
You want to go for Argentina ship, you check? Me jump on the ship too.
Who go for Argentina?
Me panel.
Yeah, Shaka, I'll check it down, right?
What you say there, Moy?
I was troubling Cello and Munchie said telling Munchie them boy don't watch football properly.
Yo, okay, Suku, I'm coming to you.
Yeah.
Cello, sometimes me can't believe the man argue yesterday that the man didn't check the penalty that. And you hear always say, yo, the man didn't check up. You boy better check that boy.
I become a back City. Better for the back art. You know, up to now, he didn't respond to nothing that you say.
Yo, they properly bad a Munchie, you know. Man, I play clubs last night, right? Munchie come in the party. Munchie didn't even say good night. Munchie come in the party. Munchie said, Joe, Joe, you see that boy Marcel?
Go ahead, Sukwa. Go ahead.
Let's check. I've been checking Twitter, right? But I guess you know how it is silly season right now with rumors. But they say Chelsea table 127 million euros for Enzo.
Oh.
This is about an hour ago. So, but you know how that goes. I mean,
all right. We watch that space. We watch that space.
120 what? What that'll be the World Cup winning tax?
Must be.
Boy,
If Chelsea spend that money on Enzo before Bellingham go anywhere, Bellingham will go for what, like close to 150, 160. If that happens,
them man ruin the transfer market.
So wait, so how much you think McAllister will worth now?
That's the next thing you know.
He's probably worth 85.
Yeah, McAllister about
60 man.
That's it. I mean,
about 75. McAllister work
Brighton.
Joe, 60 is reasonable. And then the world tax is the 85.
No. How much you think Brighton will price him? Bear in mind, he got the World Cup final assist now.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Oh, yeah. Practice. Yeah, I'll put that out for the invite.
Yeah, the price gone up.
That's factor. Y'all know Brighton only start at 50 million. Everybody at 50 plus.
The base price.
Yeah.
So if Ben White is 50 million, that means that means the team never buy them man, never come in one.
And Ben White never go to a World Cup. He never get called up.
And then me tell you at that time, he never be in England.
That is fact, fellow. So anything upwards 50.
But Bissouma went for how much? Bissouma went for less than 50?
Yeah, because Bissouma bad man.
Bissouma went for like 35.
Remember, he get priced off because of another kind of tap.
No. In the clause with Tottenham where they say, I don't know how I go win nothing, so no bonus.
They put no kind of bonus.
Doing here. 3-season trophy, the man him jump up and celebrate. I thought the man win trophy. I thought the man in that man.
I say Bissouma been pan sale because of the when they had yard sale because of the allegation.
Yeah. But Selo, you're talking about them man jump up because they win whatever, right? And I saw we go America go win and celebrate others go take our picture and move. I'm sure we're not the same.
But the man jump up there. The man win trophy for that.
I mean, I'm not accustomed to nothing of that. But anyway, trust that everybody enjoyed their Christmas. I know I did. I had a blast. Still enjoying my Christmas.
Hey, but just imagine, Joe. My boy take a picture yesterday, Joe. Watch my boy like you
Wait, in the black shirt? Salo in the black shirt?
Yeah.
The boy
He look like he didn't pull in, you know. He look like he didn't pull in. He look like he didn't hold his breath.
Yeah, I stopped that, man. But I should have done the show long time, man. I stopped that. Sell me send message from Selo coming. My phone. So me want with this man send me another voice mode rock. I don't know why I don't have to say I have to say about Arsenal. Texting me, the man laugh and tell him, Mom, look like a pop boy, but I'm not so young, so silly.
The boy will tell you, boy.
Well, fellas, all the best.
Yes.
For the new year coming around. Bright and prosperous 2023. And I pray that everything works out well for you guys. And of course, mostly so for the Arsenal Football Club. Guys, we come back again, hopefully, God's willing, on Thursday. Thursday should be what? Thursday, what, the 30th? Today's the 28th?
Yeah, you want to do
29th.
What, like a review for the last games? The last
27th.
Preview for the game. Preview for the 30th.
Yeah.
Preview for the 30th, the 31st, and the 1st of January.
Yeah. Until we only talking about Man City.
And on that note, guys, we've come to the end of another Island Fan Show.
Over.
Yeah, Thursday.
Thank you for watching Island Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Island Fans, for the passion of the game.